chat and we'll elaborate this a little bit more. So unmute yourself, Simon, if you're hearing me. Let's hear your touch on this.
Okay, thank you for that, Steve. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so from what I've learned, an area of support is an area where you said that when prices go down, like if you invest your money, you said you want to lose just 20% of that money that you've invested. So you set a support where if prices goes below and you're losing just the 20%, you should sell your trade at that level. And then for a resistance area of resistance is an area where you said, like if prices go up and reach this level, you should sell the trade. So in a summary, an area of support is an area where you take loss, and an area of resistance is an area where you take profit.
Okay, Simon. Okay, thanks for your contribution. You're not far from the truth. I love the fact that we are hearing different opinions from you guys. It's amazing. You guys are definitely catching up in a lot of different ways. And yes, these words that we are using, they are not single words, they are complex words. So it doesn't have a particular definition, but when you have an idea of it, that is what matters the most when you can identify those zones. Okay, let's see. Noel, unmute yourself. Let's see what you have on this particular topic. The reason why we are spending a little bit more time on doing revision of this because this is something. These are some key words and some important word and terms and area that you're going to be using when you actually do start trading, whether you're just using them individually or you're using them alongside with something else, that important, and you should be able to try to know the differences so that it will be beneficial for you in every trade that you take. Yes, go on, Mr. Noah.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. For me, I think support is an area where price or buyers are forced to stop the price from going down, and resistance is an area where sellers try to stop the price from going up. That's just a summary of what I think.
That's good of you. Not far from the truth. Again, like I just said previously, doesn't have a small formula. It doesn't have a small definition. A particular definition is the idea, and I love the fact that you know that. That's a good summary. Clovis, let's just hear your opinion. I think that's the last hand up, and we can go over this and actually go to the chart and try to put out some area for you guys.
All right, so I think a support is a point in the market where when the market movers move the market to that area, it goes down. It goes up. It goes up. So every time the market is going bearish, once it reaches that specific area, it goes up and it goes to create a high. And when the market drops again to that around that same zone, which is the support, it goes back up again and reaches the resistance, which is on a higher part in the market. And when either of them can turn into a different one from what I've seen in the chart, a support can turn into a resistance. If it gets broken, the market will come back to retest that area, and eventually it might turn to a resistance if it was a support before. And the same thing can happen for a support area. It can turn to a resistance zone. That's what I've seen so far.
Okay, Clovis, that was a great and even a better summary. You even did and say some of the stuff that we haven't uh, verbally tell you guys yet. Yes, it's very simple. Like I said, it's not a particular definition. People get this and said a specific definition. It's just an idea of what it is. But yes, it's just simple as you can define support as an area of demand. Like I previously told you guys, support is an area of demand. Demand being an interest of people trying to buy, an area of demand when price turn to stop falling, meaning that at that area, people are willing to buy. Like we said in the previous one, buy or bullish candle means that people are expecting price to go up, right? So price turns to stop falling at support areas and do what? Head to the opposite direction. While a resistance is an area of supply where prices stop moving up. It's an area, it's not a particular price, an area where prices stop moving up. It's an area of supply where people that are already in profit are trying to sell their position and take profit, or people that are betting that the market should go down are interested to short the market at that point. Like Clovis said, and again, like we will tell you guys in our upcoming classes, support can turn resistance. We call that support resistance flip, and a resistance can turn support. When the resistance is broken, it becomes a support when it's tested. And we are heading to the chart right now to show you guys when a support is broken and being retested, it becomes a resistance. So it's just a zone, it's just an area, it's not a particular price. And if you know these areas, you should be able to use it perfectly on trading. Okay, let's click on our Bitcoin chart and try to map those areas of support. I haven't opened this in a long time, but mind you, whenever you see, let's just show you guys with the lines already here before I explain them to you guys. I think you guys were here the last time we were doing this. So whenever you see me, maybe this is just me using it. Whenever you see me using a green line, it means that prices are still below here. When you see me put a line here, it means that prices are below here. If you see me put a yellow line, prices are on top. It's just like how you're driving and there's a red, green, and yellow line. Normally, I'll put a very red line towards the bottom part, signaling that there is going to be danger. But when I put like a yellow line, it's in the intermediate area where you should be a little bit concerned about that area. It's not really an area of demand or an area of supply, but it's an area, it's a key level. Okay, so if you look at this chart right now, argue or not, this is an area of support. Given the past history, this area is an area of support. But when price was down here, I have this here, it was resistant. So the reason why I have this here is because if price was able to reclaim this area, that means if price was able to trade above here, this becomes green, this becomes bullish, meaning that I was expecting it to go all the way to the top. I didn't expect exactly this top, but when price traded above here, this becomes support because it was resistant. Why price was trading below here? Because what? Price traded up here and it broke down here, right? It broke down this area. Now, when price is trading down here, you tag this as your resistance. But what I was saying here, if price get above here, it becomes really good. All right. But mind you, this has been every of this kind of 4 hours, this has been couple days, I don't know, weeks. But if you see that, remember, since the price came above here, the price has been trading all the way up here for a couple days, I don't know, maybe weeks. And yesterday, what happened? Are you guys seeing this big move down here? This big move happened. I can't even zoom out. Let's get exponential. Oh, sorry about that. Let's share back our screen and get back there. So, okay, I was trying to see something. Joseph, please hang on with your question. We will definitely take your question again. So, Yes, guys, if you see this area, you will see that price came down very below down here, but it stopped falling. It came back between this area and it closed above here, above this zone since yesterday. One of these is 4 hours. So this has been trading within this area, meaning that this is still an area of support. It hasn't been broken yet. Price has wicked below it, but it didn't close below it. So price stopped falling at this area. And what happened? Price is trying to trade back up. So if price started like closing down here, like red, like big candles, and then this has broken, this becomes a resistance area because price are trading below it. So currently, you can say this is your area of support because price stopped falling at this zone. And yes, let's go back and put like a bigger picture. All right, let's use like something like a day. Yeah, we've been using a lot of these, and this is like week. So yes, this is a weekly structure. Let's take out some of these indicators. Remove all these. All right. So the first thing when you get on your chart, again, like I said, it's areas. It's not a particular place. When you get on your chart, let's actually use a zone. When you get on your chart, you want what areas are you trying to trade? What zone are you interested in? Let's say, okay, let's say this is your low because since the price came down here, it hasn't come back below there. This is your zone, right? That's your zone from there. So you want to say that's your area of support until price actually close below it. Remember, I'm using a weekly structure, so this is a multi-range trade. This is a very big range trade, so you could use this for months, even years. So long as price don't trade below here, this area is support. And what will you say this has been? Because technically price hasn't closed above here. Since price visited the downside, it's been trading within this range. So yes, say that is your resistance zone, right? Say that's your resistance zone. Reason why we are saying this, okay, let's actually push this from all the way back here, make this box a little bit big. So that's the first thing when you open a chart, that's the first thing that you want to map. You want to map an area of supply and an area of demand. An area not being a single price, saying that this is your area. If you think this box is your area, so the top of this box should be where you are interested in because you're using a daily structure. The top of this box means that you can start buying at 105 all the way down to 98,000 so long as price don't break below it, right? So long as price doesn't break below it and close below it, not doing something like this, not a week, not just a week, closing below. Closing below, when I mean close below, is you have a good healthy red candle like this that pop below here and a close below here, not just a low forming below here because this become a SFP, this become a sweep and not a real closure, become a fake out, become just a place where market maker want to take retailers out and continue to the upside. So you're trading within this range. If you can count these days, since price visited $98,000 on one Bitcoin, remember this represents a single day. You count from here all the way to here. I don't want to know, but this technically is about at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 months. So you see that within this range, within this time frame, within 4 months, price has traded from $98,000 to $126,000. So every time price come to down towards your support, you want to actually beat this. I think we should not use this one day because our box, this is a little bit way above our box. But if you use some time of different time frame, you will see that this actually works. All this down here is acting as support because it's in the range, it's towards the range low. So every time price is towards this area, so let's just map our line all the way up there. I know this box is insane big. Let's map it all the way up here to 112,000. I'll show you guys this. This was a previous all-time high back before the crash in April. So since we broke above it, it's been acting as support. Like Clovis said, when a resistance is broken, it becomes support. So let's make this box incredible big. I wouldn't bid here to stop all the way down here. That's crazy. The reward won't be I mean, it could still be 1-to-1 reward ratio. I don't trade those type of I don't take those type of trade. But yes, say this is your zone of support. You want to bid every time price is trading around this area, right? Around all these box until price actually trade below here. You want to trade here, knowing that, okay, price will come up here. Every time price is up here. So here again, if we're making this big, let's make our box a little bit big too, because we have some height. We have some height here to clear. So every time price is up here, you want to also sell. You want to short or sell until it's broken, until it's proven otherwise. Remember, I told you guys in the Telegram community, I told you guys when this happened, it was an H12. I'm not paid on this plan, so I cannot really show you guys what H12 does. When price took out this high, I'll probably pull out that chart. When price took out this high, I told you guys I didn't like the way this happened. It was on a Sunday. I think this is it. This is it, right? On a daily, you could literally see that candle. I told you guys I didn't like the way this happened. Remember, I was shorting around here, trying to get the price up here. And finally, my entry was around $123,000 with just a small risk reward ratio above 124. 5 or 6, I can't remember, but price just did this, took me out, right? But as a trader, when price broke above a certain area, you're supposed to change your bias and not live in the past. But just because we have these sweeps, just stuff like this, I wasn't really confident about this trade. I say give it at least 3 days, because you want to see price stay above this previous high for at least 2 to 3 days, at least 3 days, at least a week. But 3 days is normal, at least 3 days for you to confirm that, okay, this area has been broken. But price didn't even last up there for more than a day. Price only did what? Monday, because this happened on Sunday, and then the next day, Monday, you have another sweep. Again, I told you guys wait until that week. This week was closed, right? This happened just this last week. Told you guys wait until this week was closed. What happened on Tuesday? That was Tuesday for you. You start having this. And then, which I will show you guys again. I gave you guys a shot when we have this bearish engulfing candle. Remember, I told you guys, I'll give you guys this class. Oh, forgive me. We have this bearish engulfing candle. That closed below that high, that closed below that candle that gave us the new all-time high. So I gave you guys this trade on a small time frame. I used a smaller time frame, and I gave you guys an entry. It was around 124,000. I don't know if it was this candle or this one. I think it was this one. It was around 124,000. This thing was like, this was a trade to take. It was really, really simple. Told you guys, stop around 125,000. Yes, if you take a small picture, you actually see that setup that I gave. But I did not take that setup because I'm like, okay, this is you are resistant. Remember, you're supposed to be selling or taking profit at resistance. You're not supposed to be buying at resistance until it's broken. So we are resistant, and all this is happening is giving like, okay, I think price is rejecting. Technically, this did not break this area, so did not break the area. So you will still see, you will still trading within this range. You haven't broken that yet. So until that range is broken before you can, confidentially say, okay, you've changed your bias. But that happened. What happened yesterday? Yesterday, oh my God, this move. Let's measure this price move. This was really, really crazy. This was crazy. How many percent move from here? So price moved down, price dropped like 16% on a single day. So after we've given this shot, so even if you were on a short here, you would have catch some of this move, maybe to at least down here, which that is still a very risk reward ratio from shorting here, trying to stop just above here and targeting this. That's it. If you put a smaller time frame and your position sizing and all that, that would be a very good trade. But look at what happened. Now we are trading on a range low, right? But just because all this is happening during the weekend, you don't really want to beat this yet, but technically you should be buying at support, especially when you have crazy move like this. I would have said if somebody was able to catch this week yesterday, that would have been crazy, because let's see what that move gave you. Let's see, that move gave you from down here. If you could catch some of that, that's a crazy move, right? That's an 8% move to the upside using leverage and all that. That would have been at least 100% move. So that's a crazy move to the upside if you could catch that week. But just because we trading here at the weekend, I'm not really sure about taking this type of trade, because you want to wait it to digest. You want to wait for the people that lose a lot of money. Like if you look at some coins like So or altcoins, you see that this thing actually destroyed, like they went crazy. Again, remember, I don't know what chart it was. I don't know if it was on TradingView or this one, but I told you guys again, this thing was going to nuke. But I wasn't, because Bitcoin was trading at all-time high slowly, I wasn't sure if we're going